There's approximately 7,000 trillion atoms right now lending themselves to the appearance of our bodies. That's 7,000 trillion atoms. That's a lot. About 1/10,000th of a second after the Big Bang, the earliest particles appeared in the newly created universe. Protons and neutrons formed, and then soon stuck together to construct atomic nuclei. Our earliest of elements, hydrogen and helium. After hundreds of thousands of years, electrons found their way to bond to this nuclei, and the first complete atoms came to exist. That's our origin story. Literally, the creation of time and expansive space tells us who we truly are, or at least the 7,000 trillion upon trillion atoms that right now express themselves as our appearance. Imagine all the things that those atoms must have been before we arrived to the scene. From first stars to the primordial mix of earliest Earth and then single-celled life, we are constructed from the very same material as prehistoric creatures that once roamed the land. Our atoms were once part of ancient forests, wild seas, and eventually those ancestors of first human life. We've been everything, and after this brief appearance now, we'll continue on as something other once again. And even more amazing, consider the possibilities of what those atoms could have been. That our existence wasn't guaranteed to be exactly as it is. Of 7,000 trillion atoms, we could have been anything at all, and yet here we are. Gifted from the Big Bang and the arrangement of atoms. It seems to me that the universe has always been evolving, that it wasn't just early life that grew in complexity and self-awareness, but that the universe itself has sought ways of emerging as new expressions, constantly arranging primordial matter in creative displays of its potential. Perhaps the Big Bang was simply another canvas in an endless shell of curiosity and wonder. Our 7,000 trillion atoms are only a fraction of this order, barely a sand grain along an infinite beach of creation. Our bodies being a temporary arrangement of possibilities, a brief appearance before we continue on as another unique expression of existence. So we are actually more than a collection of 7,000 trillion atoms. Much more, we are the universe itself, through every possible display.